They're always folded over, and they're full of hieroglyphics. Only he knows what they say. So up there in the chart, they say our crack materials management department has tracked his usage over the years. 23,712 readings. The second part of his system are the secretive manila folders. You see, they're always in his presence, and out of that, he can pull most anything. And the third characteristic, but the most unique that I have yet to figure out ever, are the little white pieces of paper he carries around. They are always there. We were exercising in the gym one day, and I asked him a question. Yep, that's what we're going to do. He could pull anything out of these three things. Normally what he would do is pull out and say, on X date at such and such time, you said, when I couldn't remember ever saying such things. Your CEOs love to say, no, I never said that. Oh, I learned quickly not to say that with Ben, because he could prove. And need I mention the fourth part of Ben that's fairly unique, and that's the infamous calculator that comes out of his coat pocket several times a day, and his fingers were wonderful, and I could sing. And before I could add 2 plus 2, he had some formula worked out and told us everything would be all right, and it usually was. I also have to note the many manila folders and drawings and books and articles and such that were, and a lot of you may not know this, under his desk and beside his chair. You may not know, but we've had to buy larger computer servers to keep the thousands of emails that he would hold on to. Most of us just go delete, 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 and wish we could find an email someday. He can find them any day. They're there. I once heard when they built Woodhaven that his justification for a larger office and that big desk was he had ran out of floor space for his files. We never had to buy him a file cabinet, because that's where they all ran out of his floor. It tells me that it's all cleaned up now and ready for somebody else. And I have to compliment his mastery of the Excel spreadsheets. In fact, there's a big one up there on the wall that everybody gets to sign. It's incredible what he can do with that tool. Most of us just get excited when we can add up a column of 10 numbers with a formula rather than a calculator. He can do wonderful things. He still does wonderful things with spreadsheets. If you ever got one of Ben's spreadsheets and opened it up, it usually said, do you want to update the links of this spreadsheet? Always scared me. I didn't know what would happen if I hit yes. I may shut down corporate America. But only Ben knew where he had linked his spreadsheets to and where he was pulling the data. But they're a wonderful resource for this organization. Let me switch gears a little bit, because this is not supposed to be a roast of Ben, but rather a toast to Ben. And I'd like to take a few moments and do that. Ben qualifies to me, at least to me, as an institution at Williamsburg Landing. After all, his almost 28 years of service outlasted 2 CEOs. I don't know if that says something about the CEOs or about the CEO. And he's overseen virtually all the growth of the landing. Ben's fingerprints are on all programs, policies, services, and buildings. Understand his contributions are part of the very fabric of the landing. It's ironic that he not only saw the building of Woodhaven, but he's carried the burden of getting Woodhaven Phase 2 out of the ground. We have much to say thanks to Ben for. Actually, I think we have a huge debt of gratitude to him, and today is part of expressing that gratitude. Loretta Lynn, in her own gritty wisdom, once said, you either have to be first, best, or different. I need to tell you as plainly as I can from my vantage point of working with Ben for 9 years, that Williamsburg Landing simply would not be all it is, nor would we be as good as we are had we not had Ben's ideas, influences, guidance, and some days is just old persistence. Ben pushed us to be first in many programs, the best in most, regardless of how we might differ from others. We owe him this legacy, and I challenge the board and today's leadership team not to lose that competitive edge that he's helped bring here. And Ben's other contribution to this world is his wonderful wife, Beth, and their 4 children, some of whom are with us today with grandchildren.
All of them.
All of them. All of them.
Becca's around here somewhere.
That's fantastic. Thanks for making that
She's
trip.
with her.
They're all very accomplished in their own field. The investments they've made in these kids over time are now paying off with grandchildren. That wonderful payoff that we as parents have eventually. Ben and I have shared the new experience of being grandchildren and the pleasures of this very special benefit of being a parent. It's been fun watching him follow me and experiencing the magic grandchildren can bring to our lives. And very quickly they get to you and under your skin, don't they, Ben? Where is that? There it is. We've had long conversations about grandkids and about being a grandfather. They get under your skin and you realize it's time to spend less time working for others and more time with the kids and the grandkids. And thus we're here today to launch another grandfather into retirement. Ben and I worked very closely for 9 years, and I learned to appreciate him and value his input and his critique. Being a CEO is a lonely job. If you haven't been one, you don't realize how lonely it is. There are very few people you can confide in. There's very few people who give you honest feedback. It's hard to share your worries with somebody and your concerns, and more importantly, you have that trusted advisor that we all need. Do you think I'm doing the right thing? What would you do in this case? Ben served that role for me, and I greatly appreciate it. One of those times was a rainy, cold Friday when we got the news that every slab in this building was, at that time, no longer, but at that time, inadequately supported and at risk for failure. Some slabs were at great risk for failure. Frankly, I began that day doubting my ability to lead the organization to repair the problem and not sacrifice the landing. Ben was the first to step up and offer to help, offered his support, and most importantly, his encouragement that together we would get through this, and we did. Thank you for being there for me, Ben. I can't tell you how much your friendship, input, advice, and yes, your critique has meant to me, and I know to others. Ben and I developed a strong relationship over my tenure. At one of our very first meetings, I think it was before I took office, Ben did 2 things that I'll always remember. First, he rolled out this big set of drawings. He went under his desk and got it. He rolled out this big set of drawings, and it was the expansion of Woodhaven. This was 9 years ago, that he was already thinking and anticipating the need for Woodhaven to grow. How ironic that is now only finally coming out of the ground and had to wait its turn behind minor things like recessions and the renovation of the landing building. But I believe we've all agreed that the wait will be well worth it. And with each redesign, he got the building better and better and better. It'll better serve the residents now that it's been delayed a little bit. Secondly, and in no uncertain terms, and I quote, he said, "Steve, I love the landing. I will do anything for it. I love the landing, and I will do anything for it." I really didn't appreciate what he meant by that at that time. But today I can tell you what it means. It means, very simply put, Ben loves the landing. And he expressed his love through dedication, hard work, being creative in tough times, and doing all he could to make the landing a wonderful place for all of you all and those to follow. You know, there's a lot to love about the landing. but Ben most loves the residents. We serve close to 500 residents here at the Landing. We're in the top 100 for our size in our category according to our national organization. We're a big CCRC. To be successful, you have to standardize your operation and you have to treat everybody in a pretty similar manner. But I watched Ben work hard to understand the unique situations and unique needs of residents, and then work to meet those needs all within our structure and all within our resources. You will be hard pressed to find someone who loves the Landing, the residents and staff as much as Ben has. Our purpose today is to recognize Ben for his many contributions to the Landing and to say thanks, Ben. Thanks for a job well done. Thank you for loving the Landing and being a leader in its growth and development. Thank you, and may you enjoy many years of robust retirement, as you have so many other contributions to make, and now you have the time to do so. So Ben and Beth, where are you? Move this thing around. Ben and Beth, in closing, I offer you a simple toast. And if you will join me in toasting Ben and Beth, as you set sail on a new course for your life, my wish for you is that you have fair winds, following seas, and good health. May your boat be sturdy and your charts true. May you enjoy much good luck and good friends along the way. Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed.